of some workshop that I visited, but a foundation which I created on my own with these girls. Here, I try to impart my knowledge of day-to-day life to them. Well, I'm not a preacher, neither a prize-winning author, and nor any extraordinary person. I am me, just like you all are. But here at times, I may be Vaishali, or Aarti, or Lakshmi, the girls who influenced me. Do remember one thing. Today, the voice is mine, but the story is theirs. My journey begins with a very unlikely meeting. A few years back, I read in my history book about Purnima bin Pakwasa. She was a freedom fighter at the age of 18 who taught Kasturba Gandhi how to read and write when they were inmates in prison. For a family trip to Saputara, I recalled that the institution was named Ritumbara Vishwa Vidyapith. Being a 6th-standard-old kid, I was not even knowing what I'm going to talk to her about. But I had this strong desire to meet her. So me and my parents went to visit that institute, which was located in the Saputara itself, where she has been transforming the lives of thousands of girls since 1956. But to our great sadness, the watchman wouldn't let us in. I had this strong desire just to meet her. It was not even, properly knowing what I'm going to talk to her. But I had this strong desire. And so I sat down on the road across the street and stared down at the watchman until he let me in. And after 30 minutes of staring at him continuously, he let me in. And there she was, about 100 years old, very lean and thin. But her eyes defied the illusions her body created. Her aura was enchanting. While talking to her, I found out that she is very generous and humble woman personality. It was 7th of September 2013. No, it was 7th of October 2013. When she wrote a message in my diary that read, "Dear Mansi, get well educated and educate your sisters." Overwhelmed with happiness, I took it as a blessing. And when I was about to move, she said something very unexpected. She said, "I'm passing it to you, this legacy of getting educated and to educate." Although I understood what she meant, I was too young to fully comprehend the meaning of it. And little did I know was that her words will take a form of Lakshmi and will come back in my life again. Lakshmi was there, sitting near a garden gate, watching everything curiously. She was a figure. She was just like me. Even we both used to have a same haircut. My van used to pass from that garden road every day, and I used to see at her. Because there was something about her, something so different, something so similar. So I waved, but she was indifferent to me. And after weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks of waving, one day she waved back, and I went home smiling. And then began the friendship where no words were exchanged. And after some time, she disappeared. And I was just reckless. After an entire month of passing through that street, not getting a glance of her, I decided to find out answers. And so, I requested watchman uncle to let me have her whereabouts. And he said, she is just insane. She got no brain. It's better for you not to waste your time. And I was just stunned. And he also added that she has been married off at an adolescent age to some person who abused her physically. An adolescent girl of my age in an abusive marriage? I was simply not knowing what should I do. Her misery made me angry. And so, I decided to give myself some time. And while I was just fumbling out with all this stuff, something struck me. And that was, how many of girls are suffering from this? Not in this city, in this our world, in our country. Not only abuse, but also for education, like it happened in the case of Malala Yousafzai. Now, do tell me one thing. Does a girl need to be shot thrice in the head for making the world realize what is actually girls' education? We simply don't care to ask. We don't care. This girl, whom I named Lakshmi because I was not knowing her real name, became my inspiration to write poems. And thereafter, my collection of poems got published. I was just completely in a disabled sorrow because I felt my poems were not enough. So what should I do? And I really wanted to answer this question. While still figuring out the things, something happened. Something so ordinary that it would have happened to you even before you came here. My maid auntie came with her 8-year-old daughter at my home. Her daughter sat on the kitchen table watching everything curiously. So I talked to her and casually I asked her, "So, what do you want to do in your life, Vaishali?" To which, without even a single thought, she replied, "Oh, I want to work as a maid in big bungalow." This made me sad. "No more Lakshmis," I said. So what should I do? I requested my maid auntie to help me to find out some girls to whom I can teach whatever I have. Because I realized that I wanted these kinds of girls to think big, be positive, and understand the value of life through education. So she helped me out to find 4 girls from that slum area, and with 4 girls, I started my Kishori Foundation in my parking lot. Now, looking at her enthusiasm, my parents have helped me to develop a proper classroom where I teach them about life skills, health and hygiene, personal creativity, dance, music, and whatever else I could think of. And I'm happy that I have got 15 girls.
ಓ ನೀನೇನಾ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದು
I'm much more happy that my 2 younger sisters have joined me in this mission. Shreya, who is in 6th standard, and Rudri,